Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna tell you 10 kitchen hacks that will make your life easy. And before we start, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And now let's start. I have here cold butter, and of course so many recipes called for softened butter at room temperature. So what I'm gonna do is to soften this butter within a few minutes. So I have here a cup. I'm just gonna pour in it some boiling water. And I'm gonna leave it there for about 3 to 4 minutes so that the cup becomes warm. After that, I'm gonna get rid of the water. Then I'm gonna dry it using paper towel. And I'm gonna place the cup over the butter and leave it there for a few minutes. And because the cup is hot, the butter will be warm and therefore the butter will soften. As you can see here, I have soft butter. And of course you can do the same thing with bigger quantities of butter. You can use a small bowl using the same method. Now the second hack is with brown sugar. As we know, brown sugar tends to harden. And to fix that, I'm going to use an apple. So first I'm going to put a piece of paper towel on top of the sugar. Then place it inside of the container, close it, and then leave it to the next day. And when you open it the next day, the sugar must be soft. It should be like wet sand, just like that. Now so many recipes call for lemon zest, and because we use lemon like every day for salads, for soups, so what we can do is to zest the lemon before using it or before cutting it, and then we can place it in an airtight container or in Ziploc bags and then store it in the freezer. And then whenever you want lemon zest for your recipe, you can just scoop some using a spoon and simply use it. The next hack is when you want to measure sticky stuff like molasses, honey, syrups. So what you have to do is to brush your measuring cup with some vegetable oil, basically an oil that has no taste. So here I'm measuring some molasses, and you can see that it will come off easily and it won't stick to the measuring cup. Now for the next hack, I have some basil and parsley. And I'm gonna save them from going bad. So I'm gonna need a cube tray, and I'm gonna distribute the basil and the parsley throughout the cubes. Then I'm gonna pour some olive oil, and I'm gonna place it in the freezer so that the herbs stay green and I can save them for later use. And when they freeze, all I can do is to remove some cubes and then add them to my soup, my tomato sauce, pasta sauce, whatever you want. They add a really nice flavor. And at the same time, you save those herbs from turning bad. Now the next hack, I'm going to show you how to vacuum seal without a vacuum sealer. So you want to put your stuff in a Ziploc bag, close it, leaving a small opening at the end. Then you want to place a straw and then suck out the air as much as you can. Then pull out the straw and quickly seal the rest of the bag, just like that. And as you can see, the bag has no air and it's ready to be placed in the freezer. Now there's another method to vacuum seal, and it's using the water. So I have a bowl here with water. You want to submerge the bag in the water, and you want to make sure that the items inside the bag are covered with water. But of course, you also want to make sure that no water enters the bag, and the pressure from the water will push the air out, and you want to quickly seal it. Just like that. As you can see, there's no air left in the bag. Now for the following hack, I'm gonna need a lemon, a cheesecloth, and a rubber band. So all I'm gonna do is to cut a piece of that cheesecloth, and I'm gonna put the lemon, and you wanna wrap it using the cheesecloth. Then wrap the cheesecloth with the rubber band, and this will act as a strainer, so that when you squeeze lemon on your dish, you won't have bits and they will be stuck. Now I always buy bananas with this nylon thing wrapped around it, and this keeps the bananas good for a longer period of time. So if you don't buy it like that, all you can do is to get some cling film and wrap it around the top of the banana, just like that. And that's it. Now in this hack, I'm gonna make some muffin cups or muffin liners using some parchment paper. I have here a large piece of parchment paper. I fold it into 3 parts. Then I'm gonna cut it to get 3 equal squares. Then place it inside of the muffin tin and press it with your hands just like that, so that the paper takes the shape of the mold and stays in place. And that's it, here you have it. We made some muffin cups out of parchment paper. Now the last hack I'm gonna show you is how to close tightly a bag that you've opened. So what I'm gonna need is a plastic bottle. I'm gonna cut the top of it, first using a knife and here using a scissors just to make it even. And I'm gonna place the opening of the bag inside of the opening of the bottle, or the part of the bottle, and then just simply close it using the bottle lid so that the contents of the bag stays fresh. And that's it. So that was it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I also hope that you find these hacks helpful and useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the video with your friends and family. And I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!